the other regions of human experience, I think what he means is sense perception, reason, and other cognitive human sources of knowledge. And the claim here is that using senses, understanding, reason for divine knowledge comes after using, for example, revelation and ilham as the source of divine knowledge, historically prior. So this is historically prior, and he says there's no doubt about that. But obviously he hasn't given any reason for that. So humans first look to revelation and those extraordinary experiences for divine knowledge, but then later they also use the senses and understanding and reason for divine knowledge. And for Allama Iqbal, this is prior, and he has no doubt about that. I think one explanation for this might be that, I mean, among modernists, at least rationalists of the 19th century, there was a view that, at least among some of them, there was a view that human history is seen as on the pattern of a life cycle of an individual human. So like individual human goes through childhood and then middle age and then maturity and then old age, human history is like that too. Humans were childlike and mature, then they move to maturity. And when they were childlike, for example, Kant says that they looked for heaven for answers. But once they, become adults and mature, that is with the rise of modern sciences, or as a preparation to that in the Middle Ages in Islamic and Christian civilizations, for example, they also started using senses and human knowledge as a source of divine knowledge as well, even though they didn't abandon those extraordinary sources altogether. But with modern time, as Kant says, we are able to walk on our own, so we don't need those extraordinary sources anymore for the divine knowledge. Obviously, Allama Iqbal is not saying that, but his claim about the priority of religious experience as source of divine knowledge as compared to the other regions of human experiences seems to be drawing on that understanding. Anyway, I think it's a good point to stop here, and we'll continue from here, inshallah.